Well, good afternoon, YTPC. Apparently, this is part two, and my plans have changed for this evening, so I have time to do Eric's Warwick blend. So we're going to do that. I've had a couple of people ask, wanted to see. These are the presses I use. I haven't found anything better. I think they're excellent. They're from Amazon. In fact, I watched a video earlier today from Beans316, and he had made up his own blend, and it was Haunted Bookshop and American Artisan, something else and something else, and pressed it in and got a really good puck out of it. And if you're going to blend at home, the key to getting a good press is press it once in the morning and press it once in the afternoon. Okay, so before you go to work in the morning, tighten it down a little bit. And this is the English Imperium that I just put in the presses. And then once when you get home from work, or you can set it once every 10-12 hours, give it a crank. The first couple of times you'll get a little bit more, the last two, and after 3 days you'll have a great puck. And it really helps meld the flavors together. I've been pressing almost everything lately, although I'm still not wild about pressing light English ones, but people tell me they like it, and I'll go with it. The dude abides. So let's get to Eric's blend here, Warwick, in just a second. For those of you that watched The Hero of Tabacchiano, Michael absolutely loved his blend. He really liked it. It will be part of the ESF line effective 2 days ago. So if you want to see the blend list, just shoot me an email at emersonsouthern@yahoo.com, and I'll send you the blend list. And the custom blends that I've done that the people have okayed, I've done a couple of custom blends that people just want to keep for themselves, and that's fine. And if you want to have a custom blend and you want to see it go in the ESF line, we can do that too. But that's where we are. So let's talk about Eric's blend. So he wanted, again, this will be a very light English blend. The amount of percentage, he did not want the Latakia to be dominant, or even he really wanted it to be the third or fourth note in the blend. So it's going to have 4 different Virginias: Red Cavendish, Dark Burley, a little Latakia, and a little bit Perique forward. He does like the taste of Perique, and I use the whole leaf Perique because I think it's just better. I've tried the TS20 from Sutliff, which I think is excellent. I've tried the long cut Perique from C&D, and it's okay. I mean, it's fine, but I just really like the whole leaf. And if I can't have the whole leaf, I really like the Sutliff. So those are the ones I like. So that's what we use. So first blender in this blend is Long Cut Virginia, which I really like. And if we turn the scale on, this will make it a lot more exciting to do this blend, I think. We're going to try to get through this whole video without putting any tobacco in my keyboard. That'll be good. All right, so let's get started. And I really like Long Cut Virginia. It's got a little sweeter note. It's got a more distinctive flavor. As I go farther along and do more blends and do things, I start to see things differently. When I was tasting and testing all tobaccos, which is basically what I did in 21 before I really got rolling, I tasted how things paired and how they went together, and I made these expansive notes on it. And I discovered over 2 years that my tastes and my thoughts about them had changed. So I had all these notes that I was going by about what I thought and what I tasted when I tried it, and it was interfering with me, for lack of a better term, moving forward. And I really hate the term moving forward because it's so overused today. But it changed how I thought about blending. So I took the book that I had written all these notes in and I threw it away because it was conflicting with what I wanted to do. So it doesn't do me any good to have a bunch of notes that don't really reflect how I feel at this point. I probably shouldn't have thrown it away, but I didn't want it laying around. So it went away. All right. Now we're going to add a little red Virginia in this one. And hopefully we can get the math right. Alright. And I feel bad for Eric because he's in Wyoming, which is not currently the warmest place in the world. And I'm grousing about it being 45 here today, which is far too cold for me. Okay, so this is a whole leaf red, which I really, really like. Not getting a ton in this, but it does add a unique color, and it does have a very interesting flavor, and I really like what it adds to a blend, especially when it gets pressed. Just if you pull this out straight up and smoked it, it's not the most interesting Virginia that you'll smoke, but it really adds something to a blend because it gives it a little more depth and a little more nuance, and I like that. All right, now we're going to put a little dark burley in, because when you have this much Virginia, you have to have something to cool it off, and I like how dark burley plays with the other kids. There we go. And I love, and I mention this a lot, I love how dark burley and Perique go together. I just think that that's an excellent combination, and I have frequently thought about just making a dark burley and Perique blend, but that would be one of those blends that would just be a house blend for me. So next up, we're going to put a little red Cavendish in. Eric wanted red Cavendish, and we'll see. The problem that I have with red Cavendish, the batches that I've got of late, it's very, very fine. You almost have to press anything you're going to use red Virginia Cavendish in, because it's so small, the pieces, it's just very tiny. You don't get like that nice ribbon cut that you do with the Virginias or even the burley. It's just very, very small pieces, and it makes it sink to the bottom. So, all right, now we're going to get to the Latakia, and we're just going to put a dab of Latakia in. A little bit more. There we go. Always something fun, right? All right. Now I'm going to put in a bunch of Perique. And I spent yesterday being busy, and when I got home last night, I thought, well, I'll make a video, and no, I really need to shred this Perique I've got. And Perique is probably the best yield of any whole leaf tobacco you can buy. When you get a pound, you get 15.5, 15.75. There's very little waste in Perique. That makes life good. And Perique's also getting hard to find. Pipes and Cigars hasn't had it in a while. And neither has Smoking Pipes. I haven't checked any of the other places because I've just been using the whole leaf variety. And we're not going to talk about how many pounds I have, but it's more than 5. So, and last up, because I've talked so much about lemon leaf, Eric wanted just a pinch of lemon leaf in it, as this is going to be a little Virginia, again, a little more Virginia forward. It might give him that citrusy note. I did talk to Jason about the Driek Kruve, the blend that has bergamot on it, because it's an aromatic, because I put a topping on it that's not really a tobacco flavor. He thinks that it might be better as a ribbon, and I tend to agree with him. So we're going to whip up a little bit of that, put a little bergamot on it, and see what he has to say about that. Well, Eric, we have whipped up this blend. And this is an 8 ingredient blend, which you're definitely going to have different flavors and changes as you go through a bowl simply because of the number of the ingredients in it. But I have to tell you, it has a spectacular tin note. You can see from the variation in color. You can see the light colored leaves and the medium brown, and it's really an interesting blend. And this blend again will be called Warwick. So if Eric likes it and wants it to go in running line, it will. If he wants to be just for himself, that's fine too. But we got 2 blends knocked out today, and they'll go in the presses, and we'll go from there. So part 1 and 2 today. So first one we did was English Imperium. Second one we did is Warwick. And thank you so much. Again, if you're going to the Muletown show, stop by Papa Bear's Pipes. He's got just an amazing array for the show. He's done some incredible work, and you guys know that I love his pipes. And we have a very close friendship, and I'll have some of my blends there. And then the next video will be Prospero and Fortuna. So that'll be exciting. For what is it? What are we doing? We are doing Touchstone and Prospero for Benjamin. So Benjamin, if you're watching, that'll be the next video. I'll probably get that done tomorrow afternoon. Well, we're at the 11-minute mark. And again, as I always tell you, smoke what you like. Don't let me tell you different. And we'll talk to you next time. Have a great day.